Alright, welcome back, boys and girls. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over how to make this low poly car in Blender. I'm using Blender 2.9, but this will work for any previous version of Blender. So before we get into the video, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to this channel. Let me walk you through it. Just look down under this video. You'll see a red button that says subscribe. Click it. It's real simple. Alright, enough talk. Let's go into making this car.
Alright, let's clear out the scene, delete everything, Shift A, add a cube. Alright, now I'm using reference for this, but the reference is not mine, and I do not know the artist to, would I say, thank or attribute it to, so I will not be showing it, but on most occasions this is where it will be. This is how I set up my scene. I just turned the outliner to an image editor. Alright, so let's get into it. Alright, let's make our car. Alright, the base of the car should be about this size. Okay, yeah, I like this size. Let's look at it from the right. Let's scale it down on the scene a bit. Okay, alright, that's looking good. From right view, let's subdivide it, or add loop cut rather, to the to this side. Right, let's add a loop cut to divide it into two. From front view, let's select these vertices and delete them. Alright, in the modifier tab, we'll add a mirror modifier. Let's activate clipping, and let's make sure that's snapped in between. Yeah. Alright, let's go back to right view. Let's add loop cuts. Going to add 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, I think this should be enough. I don't know how much that is, but it should be enough. That's 9. That's alright. Okay. Well, I know for low poly this is a lot. Let's go from right view. Alright, let's undo that. It's too much for low poly car. Let's add this should be enough. I mean, is that 7? Alright, 7 should be enough. Alright, now let's shape the tires, where the tires should be. You know what, I'm going to reconsider. I'll make it 9. I'll leave it at 9. Let's make the shape for the tires. Alright, let's move these guys up with proportional editing enabled, so we can, let's leave proportional editing off, and let's just move this up manually. Alright, get this to about where we want it. Select these other guys, alright, so we can get that curved shape. Okay, it's looking nice. Alright, let's select these guys and scale it on the y-axis to get it more rounded. Right, smooth this out. Let's try to get the shape as round as possible. Okay, let's select these guys and scale on the y-axis as well. Okay, alright, that is looking alright. From the right view, let's make sure the shape is the way you want it. I mean, lengthwise and all that. If not, we'll have problems going forward. Let's go ahead and make the top part of our car. From right view, we'll extrude on the z-axis to about where we want it. Scale it in I'll move this down. Okay, all right. I think the car's body is too big for what I'm going for, so I'll move this down some. Right, so we get more of a realistic, even if it's supposed to be the volleyball, you can still get a realistic vibe. Alright. Okay, I think the shape is just about done. Alright. Now in side view with this selected, I want I want this to be slightly more like curved. So move this back like this. Alright, okay. Okay, move this back. Nice, nice. Alright, now we can see the shape of the car. I hope we can see what I mean. Alright, so we got the basic shape down. Let's go further and try to refine it. Okay, uh, let's add these things at the bottom. I I have forgotten their names, but like they always look nice on cars. So I'm going to add a simple one, not too detailed. Let's hit extrude, E to extrude and scale out a bit, just about there. From the side view, from the front, let's move it out some. Alright, that is looking perfect there. Right view, let's see. It's not perfect, but it's not looking bad at all. Let's move it out manually. Alright. Okay. GY. Alright. Okay, that's looking nice. Alright. Now the car I have chosen has a particular style to it. Alright. So we'll just move this like this. I'm trying to get the style of the car I picked. So let's go to the right. Let's move this, but not too much, so we can tell apart the front from the back of the car. Right? Now we're going to side view. Let's hit Control R and add a loop cut. Move this off to the side around here. All right. Now let's extrude some faces. Right? And it'll make sense in a second why I said we should do this. So let's extrude on the Z-axis. All right, then let's rotate it. Try to make it like fade, like let the transition be smooth. All right, let's select this guy here and move it back some. All right, so we get that this is what I was going for. All right, now I feel the front faces are a little too, could I say, backward, so let's just move this up. So select these guys just ever so slightly. Just a bit can make all the difference. Alright. Now let's do something similar for the back. Now the back is a little different. So just pay close attention, alright? Just like the front will extrude on the Z axis. We'll rotate it. Okay, I think that's too much. Juicy. Rotate. Okay, it should be alright. Just a little. Let's ease the transition. And something different about the back now. From the top view, we want to rotate. We want to select these faces that we've extruded here. Let me select them manually. And from the top view, we want to rotate them to give this nice effect. It'll make sense once I'm done to give this nice effect. There we go. See what I mean? All right, let's go back and move these guys back some. Try to get it aligned as possible, as aligned as possible. Okay, let's make this a bit. There we are. That is looking beautiful. All right. Okay, let's add some windows to our car. Right, I'll select these guys and hit E to extrude, S to scale, E to push in some. Alright, I'll select these guys and press Alt E and choose extrude individual faces. Right, and scale in. I'll make sure I'm scaling in on the, make sure I change to individual origins and scale in on their individual origins. That will make sure it doesn't scale as a whole or more defined with the faces, right? So let's extrude once more inwards, just a bit. All right, let's do something for the back, just like the front, nothing like the side, and extrude in some. All right, that is looking amazing. All right, okay, our car does not have tires. Let's add some tires now. I'm just going to guess where the tires will fit and add a cylinder, right? Now, before you do anything else, before you move anything else, this add menu will disappear. So click on the add cylinder and change the vertices count to 8. Because 32 is too much for a low poly object, alright? Let's rotate on the y-axis 90 degrees, type in 90. We'll scale in some. Let's move it to about where it should be, alright? Doesn't matter where the tires are for now. Let's tap into it mode and shift D on the y-axis. Make a duplicate for the back tires, alright? Okay. Now let's select everything and move it on the x-axis and scale it on the x-axis to about the thickness we want our tires to be. Okay, that is looking nice. Now from right view, we select the faces here and press E to extrude and S to scale. Individual origins should still be turned on, alright? So to about here, then we extrude inwards, extrude and scale once more, and just move this out without extruding on the x-axis. Scale this in some, alright, to have this nice feel. Because we can't put much details with low poly, but we can try to have some amazing effects with it, alright? Okay, now this is on only one side. Let's apply or add a mirror modifier. And using this mirror object, this eyedropper here, we select the car and we should have it mirrored.
Alright, just a reminder to hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell to get notified anytime I release a new video.
Alright, first thing I notice is that my car is a little too squeezed together, too small at the sides. So let's move this back and try to be precise so that we can move the tires later. So I'm going to move it on the y-axis and type in the values 0.2. Okay, 0.3 seems like it'll be better. Let's go 0.2, then deselect some of these vertices. Apologies. Then deselect some of these vertices. I don't know why. This is deselect these faces and GY 1.1. Right? Tap. Okay, let's select the tires and let's select these ones and GY 0.3 because we moved 0.2 and 0.1. That's 0.3. Alright, okay, everything is looking alright. I like the front small, but now I think the car is too tall, right? So let's tap back in and let's select these guys, everything on top, and let's just move them down. So, right, this car to be like soft and mellow, so it should probably be nice. short. Let me just increase the height of it. Ah, that is it. That is it. Okay, this car is almost done. Let's add some final details and we can call it done. Let's duplicate this by pressing Shift D. P. No need. Let's Control R and add some loops. Okay, let's Control R and add two loop cuts here. Right, Alt. Let's Alt and select this. Move it up. Alt select this. Move it a bit. Alright, now let's select these faces and these faces. This, and let's just try to select in a checkerboard pattern. Alright, let's extrude a bit. I don't know what this is called on cars. I'm not the biggest car fan, but this is. I know it looks nice on cars, so I tend to use it. Right, SGX. Just scaling and moving it on the x-axis. All right. Okay, our car is just about done, and now we need some designs, some other things to make it look interesting. So I'll duplicate this guy, and from top view, we rotate it. All right. Let's move this here, scale it down, scale it some more. This is going to be the mirrors. Let's rotate it a bit and extrude. All right. Select it and scale some more and try to move it to position. I will not add anything to attach it to the car because I'm trying to keep things low poly, so I'll just drop it on the car. It isn't the best method, but it'll work for now. Alright. So another interesting thing on this car is something I really like it, so I'm going to add it. Let's just add one more loop cut here, and it's just something really simple. But you know what, to save some vertices, I think I'll just extrude these guys here, scale it on the x-axis, so we avoid adding extra geometry to the rest of the car. Right, and from right view, let's go into x-ray mode. I just want to rotate this guy. Right, it's an amazing effect it gives. I like it, so I'll just use it. Right, let's see. Okay, that looks nice. Now let's, you know what, let's undo all of that and extrude before we do that. Okay, now just like for the back of the car, let's select these faces, and from top view, let's rotate it. Just GX. Let's rotate it. Just slightly. And just look at that. It's an amazing effect it gives. I really like it. Let's move this down some. Try to get these guys here. Clipping is turned on, so these guys got too close and now they clip together. But I really don't have a problem with them. So, alright, looking nice, looking nice. Alright, we need headlights and tail lights, and we'll call it done. Alright, so these things are really simple to add. Let's guess what they will be. There could be more accurate way to guess this, but I choose now. Let's put 8. Let's rotate it on the x-axis 90. Apologies if I begin to rush. A lot of time has been spent already. Let's tap into edit mode. Everything should be selected. We press extrude. Alright. We press extrude again on the x-axis. Press S to scale, and extrude again on the y-axis. Right? Yes, y-axis, and then let's hit F to fill. Alright. Okay, want to make this bigger. Let me get a good view. Let's move it to the side so I make it bigger. Alright, let's move this down a bit. Let's just shift the Z axis and make a smaller one, right? Looking lovely. Now let's join these two by hitting Control J. Let's add a mirror modifier. Select the car and it should mirror perfectly, alright? Okay, let's add some to the back. Because I am lazy, I'm going to duplicate it. Press SX minus 1 or SY minus 1 rather. And this will just make it, we'll flip it so that this will be on the back, like inverts everything we have there, alright? So we tap into edit mode, scale this down. You see individual origins is still enabled, but that is not a problem. It's actually useful. Select these faces. Okay, this one could come up a bit. Select these faces inside, and this reference I'm using has a particular design I like as well. I'll just scale that in and well, I think I like it. I'll move it in a bit. Okay, now this looks better. Oh, that looks nice. That looks nice. Alright, our car is missing something just for design sake. I'll just shift D and S and bring this in on the X axis. Alright, and from the right view, let's get good perspective, scale some more. Let's make this straight. Alright, now this is a plate, license plate, alright. The car doesn't need this design, but it just looks better. Alright. License plate. Alright. We can call the car done. Alright. Okay. Okay, I think the car is a bit too, what did I say? Let's change this to medium point two stretched out in front. Okay, yeah, that looks better. Select everything again and scale it in some. Yeah, that looks better. That looks better. I just scaled it on the Z axis. Well, the tires technically have to be round, but this looks good nonetheless. Alright, we can save, and I'll see you guys in the next part where we texture this bad boy.
Check the description below for the other parts of this tutorial. It is a two-part series, so if you're done watching this one, head over to the next and finish the car up. Alright, well, that has been very fun. I'll be happy if you hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to see more video like this. Thanks for watching, guys, and until next time.